Hey there, I'm Omar Zenhom, the co-founder of Webinar Ninja. In this demo, I'm going to show you exactly why you'll absolutely love Webinar Ninja. I started Webinar Ninja back in 2014 because I was absolutely frustrated with all the software options out there when it comes to running webinars. They were either too confusing, too clunky, or just downright ugly. It would take me hours to just create a webinar and run one efficiently. So I decided to solve this problem, and that solution is Webinar Ninja. You're going to see how powerful Webinar Ninja is, as well as how easy it is to use. Here at Webinar Ninja, we know that you're buying a software, a tool, but really what you're looking for is a way to grow your business, to make more sales, to grow your audience, to generate leads. And we built Webinar Ninja with that in mind. In today's demo, you will learn how easy it is to create a webinar. I'm going to walk you through inside the software, show you exactly step-by-step how you can create webinars with Webinar Ninja. I'm also going to show you how you can edit and customize your webinars to make it your own. I'll show you how to run your webinars, how easy it is to do this, and how we've created the software so the technology kind of fades in the background and you can just focus on your presentation and your workshop. I'll also highlight the unique features and options that are exclusive to Webinar Ninja. And I'll answer some frequently asked questions from potential customers. Questions you might have in your head right now. So let's jump right into the software and get started. All right, I'm signed into my account inside of Webinar Ninja, and I'm presented with my dashboard. My dashboard are just some quick links, some easy stats that I could read that I need to know right now, like how many people registered and attended my last webinar, how many are registered for my next one, and an easy link to go straight to the next webinar that's lined up for me so I don't have to search for it. So it's easy access. There are more detailed stats that I'll show you later on, but for now, I want to just get started with creating a new webinar, show you how easy it is. So I can create a new webinar with this button, or on any page, I can just go up top here and hit Create Webinar. All right, the first step in creating a new webinar is to choose our webinar type. Webinar Ninja offers different types of webinars. You can create live webinars, automated webinars, series webinars, hybrid. This means you don't have to buy a separate piece of software to create different types of webinars. The live webinar type is the most common. That means I'm running a live broadcast to my audience. It's one webinar, and I'm just teaching live. With automated, you're using a recorded video, whether it's a recorded video that you have or a past replay, a past live webinar that you've done before, and scheduling times for people to watch it. And these can repeat indefinitely if you like, every Monday, every Tuesday, every day, up to you. A series webinar allows you to create a series of webinars, but allow people to register once for the series. So they register once on the registration page, and they are enrolled into all these different types of webinars. This is great for a live course or a summit that you're running. And hybrid webinars are basically a combination between live and automated. You have a recorded video, but you're live as a host to answer questions and to chat with your audience. But let's just create a live webinar for the time being to show you how easy it is to create webinars with Webinar Ninja. So the first thing we're gonna do is create a title for our webinar. My webinar title is gonna be Getting More Attendees on Your Webinar. Whoops. All right, the host is automatically populated, and I can add a co-host if I like. So say, for example, I wanna add a co-host, and I can add our email. And that's it. I can change this copy here if I'd like. This is basically the instructions to the co-host how to join the webinar. Once I hit save, this co-host is going to get an email automatically once I publish the webinar, and it's all set. I don't need to communicate anything. They get an email automatically. Now I just set the date and time for my webinar. So let's say, for example, I do for July 30th, and I want to do this at, let's say, 2 p.m. PDT, and it's going to be 1 hour long. And I can choose to make this free or paid. We have a Stripe integration to allow you to make any webinar a paid webinar, even your automated, your series, and your hybrid webinars. And it's super simple to collect money via Stripe. And Stripe is an easy payment gateway. All right, let's hit create webinar and let's see what is next. That's it. You are done. The webinar is created. We do everything in the background. We create your registration pages. We create your thank you pages. We do all the email notifications. They're all set up. Now, once your webinar is created, you can edit anything you like if you like. All you got to do is go to your My Webinars page, which is this one. And all you do is go to your options, and you can choose all these different options to edit or manage your webinar. You can manage your co-host. You can go to your webinar settings, for example, and you can set where you want your social media to be displayed. You can change the webinar replay settings. So if you want to only offer the replay for a certain amount of days, or offer no replay or no expiration. We have thank you page options, so you can use our built-in thank you pages, or you can redirect a registrant to your webinar to your own thank you page on your website. You can just choose this and then put the URL of where you want to send them after they register. Pretty simple. You can also change your email notifications. So these are the emails that go out to confirm registration. These are the emails that go out to remind people that the webinar is tomorrow, the next day, in an hour. It's also the emails that follow up after the webinar is over. You could change the email copy inside of Webinar Ninja. We send these emails out for you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to integrate anything with any of your services. We take care of it for you. So you can edit the copy at any time. So say, for example, you nail some really good copy, you want to keep it. At that point, you could just click this little button that says Save Text as Default and hit Save, and automatically we will save that email notification right there and that default. So every time we run a live webinar, this copy is going to show up every single time. See these little tags, these little variables here? These are the variables based on the webinar, like the webinar title, the host name, the date, the time, all that stuff. And you can copy and paste these tags here, or you can simply just click it and it'll populate it automatically. Let's say, for example, you don't want to send one of these emails. You can just untick this box and then hit save, and this email will not be sent. You could do this for every single email if you wish, but we have tested these email notifications. We know that this works and this frequency works, so we recommend you stick with the default. You can also edit your registration page that we have built in for you. This is already created. This is all set, but if you want to edit things, you can go ahead and do that if you like. Webinar Ninja has several registration page templates for you to choose and edit. You can just use this drop down and choose one of our many templates. And from there, you can edit several aspects, like editing the font size. You can make it bold, italics, underline. You can justify your text, add hyperlinks, and all kinds of stuff. You can also change this feature image if you like. You can choose one from our gallery, or you can upload your own images and you can find them here. You can also change the overlay color. So for example, I can make this a little bit lighter or make it a yellow, and I can also change the opacity by doing this. You can hide different aspects of the registration page as well if you'd like. And at any time, you can preview and take a look at your changes. If you want to add more information, just choose one of our other templates if you like. If you choose your detail template, you can add several things like your logo. You can add bullet points. You can change the bullet points. You can upload the host image here. You can add hosts as well. So you can increase the number. You can also change the layout, the way it looks. You might have noticed that we also use these short tags to make it easy for you to populate common information. So if you want to take a look at some of the tags you can use, just click on the tag icon here, and you can drag this panel anywhere, and you could see all the different tags. You can just click, and it'll paste it automatically right inside. So for example, if I want to add the host name, I can just click it, and it'll populate that according to the way I set it up when I created my webinar. When I'm happy with my registration page design, all I got to do is hit save. I have the option to actually save my design as a template so I can reuse it in the future. All I need to do is just give it a name. I can also save this template as default for all future webinars that I create, so that it automatically will default to this template so I don't have to do any editing in the future. When I'm happy, I just click save and I'm all set. You can edit your thank you page, the page that your registrants will see after they register, with all the same editing options as your registration page. You can use either a video template or one of our minimal templates, just like this. Again, you can save this as your own template and make it default for future webinars as well. Once you're happy with all your settings, just hit publish so your webinar will be ready to go live. Now, when you hit publish, you have two options. You can go public or private. If you want to run a private webinar where nobody knows about it, like a mastermind group or a coaching program, then go with private. But if you want to get the maximum attendees, I would choose public, because by going public, you get added to what we call the Webinar Finder. This is our webinar search engine. This is the Webinar Finder. The Webinar Finder allows you to get more attendees. We give you exposure so you can get more people registering for your webinar. We have a starting soon section here where people will get last minute registrations with webinars that are about to get started. And of course, we got people searching for categories so they can look for your webinar in your category. And we also have a bit of competition going here. Top creators. This is a list of the best webinar ninjas out there. You can subscribe to them, attend their webinars, and of course, you can be one of them as well. But for the sake of this example, we're going to make this webinar private, and we're going to choose a category. We're going to say business, and we're going to hit publish, and we're all set. Our co-host has been emailed. Everything's all ready to go. If you like, you can also change your feature image. This is the image that represents your webinar on your registration page in the Webinar Finder. So let's say, for example, I choose a different image than the one that is given to me by default. I like this one. I'm going to choose it. Boom. It's all set. Now, once I'm ready to go live and start my webinar, all I got to do is hit enter the studio, and I jump right in. The studio is your one place to present and interact with your webinar attendees. With WebinarNinja, you can upload your presentation slides right inside the studio. They are saved automatically, and you can present your slides on the same screen. This means you don't need to use PowerPoint or Keynote and toggle back and forth. You can also play YouTube videos at any time during your webinar. With our custom layouts, you can change the layout of your screens at any time. You can swap screens or focus only on one screen whenever you like. Webinars are all about interaction. Our built-in chat is lightning fast and full of character. We have a separate area for questions so they don't get lost in the chat. You can create and present interactive polls at any time. Create a special offer for your audience and show or hide your offer at any time. Let's now answer some frequently asked questions you might have in your head right now. Question number 1, does WebinarNinja integrate with my tools, with the things I use in my business? And the answer is flat out yes. We've built WebinarNinja to work seamlessly with the tools you already have. We have direct email marketing integration with software like Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Aweber. We integrate with your website with any of your tools like ClickFunnels or Sumo or Leadpages, Instapage. If it's a website on the web, it can integrate with WebinarNinja. That way people can register for your webinars right on your website. We also integrate with Stripe so you can collect payment quick and easy and get paid fast for your paid webinars. And if for any reason we don't directly integrate with some obscure software, we have a Zapier integration. Zapier integrates with over 1,000 apps. So all our bases are covered to make sure WebinarNinja works seamlessly with your tools. Question number 2, what if I need help? The number one reason why our users stay users is because they absolutely love our customer service. Our customer service is not only friendly, but it's personal. Every customer support ninja's job is to make sure you're successful with webinars. They want to make sure that they help you not only with using the software, but also give you some great tips and great resources to run successful webinars. Presentation techniques, best practices, and how to interact with your audience on a webinar. And help is one click away. Inside our app, we have a messenger app, which allows you to communicate with our support team directly, so they can walk you by the hand and help you step by step. We also have a wealth of knowledge in our knowledge base. To sum up question 2, we have your back. From the moment you sign up, we're going to do everything we can to make sure you succeed with WebinarNinja. Well, there you have it. As you can see, WebinarNinja is super simple to use, and it's gorgeous. But I want to leave you with the unique features that we have at WebinarNinja that separate us from the competition. WebinarNinja uses the latest live video technology called WebRTC. That means there's zero delay. Unlike other software options that use like YouTube Live that has up to a 30-second delay. We also have instant chat that's lightning fast. That means your interaction with your audience is in real time. We also have Q&A with timestamping. That means that we actually save when you answer each question inside of Webinar Ninja during your webinar. And then we timestamp it. That way, during the replay, your attendees can click on the timestamp and go straight to when you answered that question right in the video. We have interactive polls, email software that's built in that you don't have to worry about. We send out all your notification emails on your behalf. You can upload your slides right inside of Webinar Ninja. That means you don't have to share your screen to show slides. You can stay on one screen and manage your whole webinar. We also do automatic recording and archiving. That means there's nothing for you to click or to set up. We record it automatically and save it to your account, and you have unlimited storage. You can also download your recordings as an MP4 file. And our replays look exactly like the live with all your layout changes. As you saw in today's demo, you can create a webinar in 10 seconds. We have registration pages included, auto replays, which I mentioned, which means people can register for your replays so you don't lose out on great leads. Automated webinars is included with every single plan. That means you don't have to pay for an additional software to run automated webinars. You also have the option of running hybrid webinars. We also have instant offers that are built right into the studio and built-in marketing with the Webinar Finder. Webinar Ninja is everything you need to grow your business with webinars. Thanks for watching this full demo and walkthrough. If you need any help along the way, we're here to serve you. So thanks again and have a wonderful day.